Hey guys, it's Pesha Forest, and today I am doing a card reading for the sign of Sagittarius for mid-January 2021. And congratulations, you've made it to 2021 and survived 2020. And before I get started on this card reading for you guys, I just want to let you know and remind you that these are just general readings and they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, go ahead and hit the like or subscribe button so you can stay tuned for weekly readings. Also, if it did resonate with you, you can check out your moon and rising sign as well. So let's get into it. Sages. I don't know why I said that so weird, but anyways, you guys are weirdos, so you probably liked it. Anyways, let me get into it. Sagittarius, what do we need to focus on this week? I'm starting out by pulling a overall energy of the reading from my butterfly oracle deck for you guys. So let's see, Sag. We have leaving. That is the energy that's popping up for you guys this week. That beautiful black butterfly on there, very pretty. So we'll see what that means more. You guys could be leaving a job, you could be leaving a relationship, you could be living out of your parents' house, you could be you're leaving something behind. So let me go ahead and pull from my Aquarian deck and we'll see what this upcoming week's reading has for you. Okay. Was an awful shuffle. Let's try that again. Okay, Sages, let's see here. We've got the Nine of Rods in reverse, and that's where you're at. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and that's your focus. We have Strength in reverse, and that is in your subconscious. We have Ten of Rods, and that's what is supporting you. And then we have the Moon, which is in opposing you, and it's in reverse. And then we have the Ace of Rods, and that is support from the universe, okay? All right, here, let me try and see what is going on here. It seems for some of you guys with the Nine of Rods energy popping up here, and this is in reverse, is that when I see this card pop up, especially in reverse, 9 represents like an end of a cycle. So you know you need to move on from something or change something or something needs to change, but you're having a hard time seeing the forest through the trees. Does that make sense? Like, look at all the rods around him. So this to me represents like some confusion, some internal confusion, and it could be emotional confusion. Rods to me also have to deal with like life path situations. So you're not quite sure what direction you're going to be taking next. But it is definitely time for a change. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and that is what your focus is at. So your focus is that you want a new beginning. You want, and for some of you, I feel like it's with financial stability too. Maybe some of you are really unhappy with your job, so you're thinking about quitting your job, and so your focus is maybe planning on doing it, and you're looking for other options right now. So you're just not sure, it seems like, on what you should do to get out of the situation that you're in at the moment. So I will pull clarifiers for all these cards, so we'll find out a little bit more information moving forward here in just a moment. In your subconscious, you have the Strength card. It did pop up in reverse, so I feel like for some of you, you guys could be feeling a little bit beaten down. And maybe struggling a little bit with depression or just feeling like tired and exhausted, which is normal after the year that we had, and a few other things popped up that were weird. Even just with this year, it's kind of just like, oh my God, is this never ending? That's kind of the energy I'm feeling from you guys. And I will get more clarity on that and hopefully some points to help get you out of this situation as well. In the supporting card, we have 10 of rods. 10s equal an end of something and the beginning of something new. And it seems like for a lot of you guys, these burdens will be lifting soon. And I do say, because this card is in your supporting position as well, and what's supporting you, is that I'm picking up that some of you have maybe taken on more than your fair share of the workload, and you don't have to do that. Ask for some help, or get rid of some responsibilities, get rid of some things that are making you feel overwhelmed and burdened. And maybe that's why the Strength card is coming up in reverse, because you feel like you're feeling a little bit depleted in your energy reserves. So moving on to the Moon, and that's what is opposing you, is in your opposition. So yeah, and I do feel like for some of you guys, you are feeling a little bit under the weather. You're feeling a little bit sad. You're feeling not sure what direction to move in next. This card does tap into the fact of like psychic abilities and intuitive abilities, and highly psychically in tuned. And there could be some of you who are dealing with psychic attacks from someone I'm feeling like that you are personally close to, and it's weighing you down. You're feeling it. You're feeling like someone is upset with you, and you're psychically and intuitively picking up on it. And maybe that's why you're feeling the sense. And it could be a coworker, it could be your boss, it could be a family member, it could be a friend. That's why and maybe that's why you're having some confusion too on what step to take next and which action to take next. The universe card that is supporting you in this reading as well is the Ace of Rods. So you're really desperate for a new beginning. You want to start a new beginning. And this flowering rod is all about new beginnings. And maybe you're just planting the seeds of desire to start heading in that direction. But I feel overall with the energy of this card that something with this card reading is that something needs to change. Something needs to end. Something needs to be over and done with. And the energy of the reading too is leaving. So moving on from something, moving away from something. The universe is saying that if you do that, the happy new beginning, that where you're flourishing and where you're thriving and you're growing is awaiting you, and you just have to step out and trust that the universe is going to provide that for you. All right, time to pull some clarifiers for you guys. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get some clarity on that Nine of Rods. Do one more shuffle here. Okay, we've got the Page of Cups, we've got the Tower in reverse, and we've got the Ace of Cups. Okay, all right. Yeah, I feel like, let me see here. It seems to me that you guys already know what to do and you're not doing it. And your intuition is like off the chart right now, especially with this Moon energy coming at you with this Page of Cups too. Like you're very in touch with your inner emotions, but you're doubting yourself by overthinking everything. You know what's going on, and that is what is going to help make a decision to get you out of the forest of your mind that you are trapped in right now. And yeah, the woman in this photo too seems like a little bit surprised that they know so much about what's going on, even if not everything is out in the open. Like you deep down, you know. And I think that's why the Tower in reverse is popping up, is that you're like, and that's why I'm feeling with this Moon energy that somebody maybe is doing something behind the scenes to undermine you or try and take you down or saying things ill about you. But it's someone you're kind of close to, I'm assuming. And that's why you're in resistance to this Tower moment, because you're like, no, not that person. That person would never do that to me. But your gut is telling you otherwise. And you're denying it. And that's why you're caught up in this Nine of Rods energy, where you're second guessing yourself and you're doubting your abilities and you're wondering what step you need to take next. Your gut knows. And it was same with this Ace of Cups energy too. It's like you are, yeah, you know what's going on. You want a bright new beginning, and maybe you want it with this person. I at this time, I don't really think it's possible. I think what's going on is they're draining your cup. They're draining your cup to fill up theirs, but theirs has a hole in it, and it's never going to get full. You're just going to keep pouring and pouring and pouring out more of yourself, and you know, that's just it's never going to work. Your cup's going to be empty, and theirs is too, and they're going to still come back and keep trying to take from you. So I'd be careful with that, you guys. And I'm sorry if some of you are going through something that's a little bit painful or draining. I'm definitely seeing some draining energy coming in on this reading for you all. So let me get some clarifiers for the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I'm also getting to that for some of you guys, maybe the reason why you're feeling sad or depressed is that you are leaving something and you're grieving it. And I'm also picking up on that too. So maybe that's why we're getting a lot of emotions popping up too. You're just in a highly emotional state right now. You've gone through a breakup, or you've left a situation that was no longer benefiting or serving you. And yeah, you're just in a little bit of pain right now. So take your time. Take the time, all the time that you need to get through that and move through that. So for Ace of Pentacles, we have Strength, which is in forward facing, so that's great. I love that. Oh, we have the Emperor, and we have the Ten of Rods. We have the Ten of Rods again. Okay, so this is where your focus is at, and this is with the Ace of Pentacles. So you want to feel like this beautiful, vibrant, energetic, happy, bubbly, grounded, stable individual again. That's where your focus is at. And maybe you're not right there right now, but because this is in the position of your focus, and it is surrounded by the Ace of Pentacles as well, whatever you're moving towards right now, whatever you're working towards is going to be successful. You are going to feel, you're not always going to feel maybe currently the way that you are right now. If you are feeling a little sad, I do see you tapping into your inner reserves and maybe leaving situations that are not benefiting you anymore, leaving people who are not benefiting you anymore, and setting up secure boundaries with yourself. And I definitely see that coming through with the Emperor. Like, you're like, no, I know who I am. And I don't need you to tell me who I am. I'm highly psychic. I am highly tapped in. I'm highly feminine and masculine at the same time. And you're standing your ground and you're setting your boundaries for yourself. And that's what's going to help get your strength back. And then again, we have the Ten of Rods energy popping up too. So I do feel like once you do set your boundaries, because the Ten of Rods in this deck is a lot different from the Ten of Rods in this one. You can't see his face, but you can see just by the way he's like hunched over and stuff that it's painful for him to be carrying all of that around on his own. But in this one, you can see a castle in the foreground there, and you also see kind of the look on his face is that of relief or excitement, or he knows he's close to getting to and achieving his goals, like he's almost there. And so I feel like for a lot of you, the weight is going to be lifted. Whatever you're struggling with right now, you're not going to be in this funk for very much longer. I'm definitely feeling that, especially with the Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, bright new beginnings for you guys, okay? Especially if it's a job, it's going to be a job you're going to be a lot happier in. I do feel that. Okay, let's look at the Strength in reverse and pull some clarifiers on that. Okay. We have the Nine of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, some of you guys are a little bit worried about money, and I don't think that you need to be. I feel like for some of you, you guys are holding on to it a little bit too tightly, and I'm sensing that some of you guys not to go crazy or be super risky, but I feel like you guys, for most of you guys who have been holding on to your resources and your financial stability, that you know, treat yourself a little bit. You don't have to be so miserly and hold on to your money so tight. You can go out and spend a little bit on yourself, or spend a little bit on something that you want, especially if it's not just especially. No, do something that's nice for yourself with your money. You don't need to be hanging on so tightly to it. We do have the Nine of Swords, which 9 is, again, the completion of a cycle, but I feel like this is why your energy reserves are down low before. I do sense for a lot of you guys, you are grieving the loss of something, mourning the loss of something. Be careful not to get stuck in this energy too long. The rest of the cards say that that's not going to be the case. You are going to pull through it and you're going to feel empowered and strengthened again, but I mean, this is in your subconscious, so this is why a lot of you guys are feeling a little bit depleted and down and out right now, because just don't get caught up in overthinking everything. Again, with this nine of rods kind of energy popping up too, which is like overthinking stuff. Feel it, release it, and let it go, move on. You don't have to keep playing the same story over and over and over in your head again, or playing well, what if I did it differently this way, or, well, coulda, shoulda, woulda, and you aren't in that space right now anymore. You're moving out of it, you're leaving it, or you already have left it, and the only thing that you can do is change moving forward. Then we have the Eight of Swords energy popping up too. So some of you may still be in the situation that you want to leave, but you don't see that there's a way out. You feel trapped in it. But the fact that it is in the reverse, I do feel like you are realizing that you can and you will escape the situation. Because it's like, when she's upside down, it's like, well, that's how she gets out of it. She just, everything gets turned upside down just to release herself from these being bound together here. So I do feel like it's coming up and it's coming out, and you guys will be fine. But the Four of Pentacles here in reverse too, I feel like maybe some of it is tied a little bit to feeling like you can't leave because your finances are tight. But money always comes and goes, and you're going to find a way to get out of this, okay? Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get some clarity on the Ten of Rods, and that's in your supporting position, and see what that has to say. Okay, we have the Three of Swords in reverse, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, there's definitely something that is making you leave the situation. To me, the Three of Swords represents, you know, heartache, obviously heartbreak, and that doesn't just mean romantic heartbreak. Somebody close to you, a close friend or a close coworker, or a job that you really love, but the people that you work with are jerks, you know, they're not nice to you, is what's causing you to have to potentially make this difficult decision to leave what's no longer serving you anymore. I do feel like it's not necessarily, it was outside of your control. There was definitely like a third party element going on here. And that's why some of you are struggling with making this decision. Yeah, you're kind of deciding which way to go. I do feel like you're going to, based off of your feelings and your intuition, the more you trust your intuition, the more you trust your feelings and get out of that headspace, it's going to be a lot easier for you to make the decision on what needs to be done. And then I do have Eight of Pentacles, so I do see a lot of you maybe going back to the drawing board and touching up your resume. I see a lot of you guys maybe getting back out there, exercising, working on yourself, working on your fitness, and working on your mental health and your physical health as well too, just to get your personal strength and your personal energy back up and going. And that's, so all that stuff is supporting you. So I hope that helps give you a little bit more clarity. Just because it didn't involve you, or maybe it's not something that you wanted, something happened that is causing this direction to be taking place, causing this energy of leaving or moving on from something, for something to happen. So let's go ahead and look at the moon. Pull some clarifiers for the moon, which is in your opposing. Again, I'm feeling like psychic attacks is what I'm getting. Let me see here. Someone's being dishonest. I will just say that. That's what keeps popping up. Someone is being a little shady. And your intuition is picking up on that. Let's see what the moon has to say. Yeah, and I feel like whoever this is jealous of you, honestly, is what I'm picking up here. I see that you're going to overcome this. We do have the Ace of Rods popping up for you again in the universe. It's almost like somebody knows that if you leave, that's what I'm sensing too. Somebody doesn't want you to leave either, and maybe because they're attached to you, even though they know that the Ace of Rods is waiting for you on the other side, because we already had the Ace of Rods pop up here in the universe, supporting you and moving on from the situation. And someone's trying to block that from you, and maybe that's why you're caught up in it too. Pay more attention to your feelings and what it is. It's your life. You get to do what you want with it, and not so much about what other people are saying or trying to dissuade you or talk you out of it. I have the Knight of Swords, so I definitely feel like someone's coming in and trying to block you or stop you from fulfilling your goals and dreams. And if they've been doing it kind of slyly or dishonestly or behind your back or passive aggressively, they're going to, you may see in mid-January, you may see them coming at you a little bit more from an aggressive angle. Stand your ground. And then I also have the Page of Pentacles. So someone's over here about this decision that you're making, feeling really sorry for themselves. And if you are feeling like these psychic attacks or this negative energy, it's because this person, I'm sensing they really do love you and care about you, and they're very hurt. Not necessarily about anything that you've done. They just are going to miss you, and they don't know how to express how they feel. So they're going about it in all these like very subversive ways. And they don't know how to like tell you that they care about you any other way than to get angry or upset. But stand your ground, and I definitely see that whatever you're going through right now is either over, it's about to end, or you are in the process of leaving, like you know you're leaving a situation. So trust your intuition. And before I close this reading out for you guys, I'm going to just pull a couple. Sorry about that, Sag. I was almost done with your guys' reading. I was just about to pull some cards from the Energy Oracle deck that I have here for you, just to see what you need to focus on for this week, couple weeks coming up ahead of you. And my camcorder just stopped recording, which is really bizarre. I actually had already done the shuffle and had pulled out the cards for you guys as well, so I'm not going to show you guys what I was shuffling, but what I have for you guys that you need to focus on this the next couple weeks coming up is cleanse. So it's not just about like cleaning your house. It could be about cleaning out some old stuff in your life, but I'm strongly picking up that it's about cleansing your auric field, cleansing your energy field from any of this negative energy that's coming up and around you. Some self-care too, like taking a bath, drinking lots of water, getting lots of rest. And for some of you, definitely put up some protection spells or boundaries around yourself too, to protect yourself. Then we also have sadness. So I do see a lot of you guys grieving for what's been lost. It doesn't mean that you're going to be sad this entire upcoming 2-week cycle coming up here. It just, it's necessary to grieve and to move on and to pass through this. And, you know, when we cry or when we're sad, those tears are cleansing, and that is doing the cleansing for us. We're detoxifying ourselves when we allow ourselves to be sad and to cry and to move on and get past this. And the last card that I have for you guys is magic. So this is really about, you know, you are strong, you are powerful, you are going to start feeling like yourself again. Your energy reserves are going to be back up again. You are in a state of feeling very highly intuitive, very highly psychically inclined. You know what's going on behind the scenes, even if you don't have all the answers or if people aren't being straightforward with you. Just know that you are powerful and that you are magical, my dear Sagittariuses. So that's it. That's all I have for you this week. So stay in tune, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.